baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. 'Cause baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. No, I don't need no
23 degrees out, coffee in hand, blanket with me on the legs. Welcome to my kitchen. Let's do week 2. Good morning, you guys. Happy Saturday, and welcome to week 2 of the No Spend Challenge. I hope that your weeks went very, very well. First off, I want to thank everyone who left so many detailed notes about New York. If you missed last week's video, I will have it linked up above, and I mentioned that one of the things I'm saving money for is going to New York in March, and I wanted to know what to do there, things you recommended, and so many people left detailed notes of free things to do, low-cost things to do, and splurging things to do, and I thank you so much for that. I did make it through week 1 very successfully, and I have everything here that kind of made it successful to show you. One of the requests I got was to show how I make meal prepping happen, so I have my meal prepping things here with me, and one of the other questions I got in the comments was, Kristen, if you have any money left over from last week's no spend, where does it go? Do you roll it over to the next week should you need it, or do you just throw it all in savings? At this point in time, I am rolling it over. It kind of gives me the incentive to say, hey, if there's something I know that's coming up in like a future week, let's start putting extra dollars towards that thing. For all the fellow teachers out there that went back to school this week, I hope we have all survived. The kids were very tired. They were definitely getting back on schedule with waking up early and being in class all day and then going home. But for the majority, I think everyone said they had a really nice Christmas break. I definitely did. I needed all that sleep, and I slept a lot. I also got into the Marie Kondo, like decluttering and tidying up your life show. If you have watched this, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down below. That show is like a minimalist guide to having a stress-free home. And after watching a few episodes, I cleaned out my closet. I did an anti-haul, and I donated 3 bags of clothes, dishes, pots and pans, cups, silverware, things that have just been sitting in my house. I gave it to people who could really need it. So if you haven't seen it, I highly, highly recommend watching. I think it's just called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I'm probably butchering the title. Let me know if you know what it is down below in the comments. Let's talk some money this week. Okay, starting with gas. If you didn't already know, I have $20 that goes into 4 categories: gas, groceries, personal, miscellaneous. $20 of gas. I spent $13 this week getting both fluid for my wipers, because I use my wiper fluid a lot. Like, if there's a light dusting on the windshield, I won't just go out and brush it off. I'll be like, windshield wipers, wiper fluid, clean that up so I can go. But I used $13 of my gas money. I combined miscellaneous and personal into one $40 budget, and I spent 30 of that on a dinner date and a trip to Orange Leaf, which is a frozen yogurt place here in Columbus. I wanted like one last treat before I went back to school and kind of like hit the ground running with 2019. And then for grocery, I kept this receipt because I didn't know if anyone would believe me. My groceries cost me $6.43. I'm going to try to get this on the camera. $6.43 at Kroger. And I was able to keep this cost low because I went through my kitchen and I had my little steno pad here, and I wrote out everything that I already had, and then I wrote out the 4 dishes I was going to make between lunches, dinners, snacks, what have you. And then I made a list of things I had and the things I needed at the grocery store. Next week, I can already say will not be as good because I will need things like almond milk, butter. I had my staples here. So the things I really needed, consulting the receipt, were things like a couple Dannon yogurts for lunches, a red onion, cucumbers, avocado, bananas, blueberries, so on and so forth. Not really staples, just the weekly produce. So this is a rarity. A $6 Kroger receipt, pretty rare. But with everything there, $13 in gas, $30 between miscellaneous and personal, and $6 in grocery. I'm pulling this out. I'm literally just opening this. I haven't opened it since the last time I had it. Of week 1, I have 20, $25, $26, $27, $28, $29 left in week 1. So this will roll over along with a fresh set of $40. Gas, grocery, personal, miscellaneous. So week 2, I will be going in with 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 105, 6, 7, 8, 9, $109. Do I think I will spend $109? I goodness hope not, but it is there should I need it. Things that are going to help me stay on track during week 2 are, once again, just like this week, my Ziploc lunch kind of bento boxes. I have these linked below, I think, on one of my lists of things that I like that save me money. These cost, I think, like $5 for a pack of 5. And what's nice about them, especially if you're someone that goes to a day job or you're a teacher, I can make a big batch of something and I will put, you know, my main course and then my snacks in here, close it up, and then these just stack in my fridge. So I can wake up, I would have my homemade coffee, we'll get to that in a second, homemade coffee next to this, open the fridge, pull them out, put them in my bag, and I would go. These made all the difference in the world. I cannot recommend them enough. Not sponsored, Ziploc, bought them at Target. There is an Amazon link below. I think they're cheaper on Amazon because everything is. The other thing I used is I would meal prep things like cucumbers, and then I had a potato in my pantry. I chopped it up with a little bit of olive oil and spices and roasted it in the oven. These, if I need cucumber, because I made roasted veggie wraps for lunches this past week, I would just, pop this open, get my cucumber. It was already chopped, they're fresh, I could just pop them in. I made all of my lunches the morning before because wraps can get really soggy. So the lunches were, in the big part, it would be a wrap that would go across with baby carrots on either side. You can see this in my community stories. Raw almonds were in this pocket and a half cup of fresh blueberries. But what I would do is I would prep the almonds and the blueberries and have them in each of these boxes. Then I would come down and get a wrap, put hot sauce and hummus on the wrap, load it with veggies, roll it up and put it in here, and I would go. But outside of my bento boxes and my jars, things for like date night, I'm finally going to use, here in Columbus we have the COSI Science Center, and I have these never expiring COSI member for a day complimentary general admission. So Christopher and I could, go on a date, and it wouldn't cost anything more than the price of gas to get to COSI. These are great. I don't really know where I got these, so I can't say, hey, go somewhere and get these, but you can search on Facebook, Google for community events, and you can see what things are free if you're also looking for free date nights. And then the other thing that's kind of hard to get for free, and I'm kind of lucking out on this, is I'm going to need to get these nails done. And I know getting your nails done is not a need. It is not a necessity, so to speak. So to make this happen and not cut this out of my budget, I'm going to use a spa gift card that I got for Christmas from a student. Yes, I know that not everybody gets these. Yes, I know that I'm just using what I have, but that's really all you can do. And I'm sure people that are on their own no-spend journeys have things that they can use that I could never have. But what I do get for my nails are the dip powder gel manicure. I just say a dip manicure when I walk in. Why I get this manicure, it's slightly more expensive. It's $40, but these nails have been here for a month. You can see they've grown out in the cuticle beds, but there's no chipping. There's nothing. They still look, rather than growing out, they still look as fresh as when I got them done. And last month in December, if you're a music teacher, you know what I'm going to say. I played multiple choir concerts, conducted band concerts, did musicals, church services, took my kids to the Ohio Theater and sang with the symphony and the Nutcracker. I did not need to worry about my nails one single day. I'm a first-year teacher at a private school, so yes, I want to look professional, like I care about my job and my kids and my program. And one way to show that you care is to look the part. You don't need to be super fancy, and I certainly wasn't, but my nails always looked well put together, especially when you're modeling instruments, speaking to parents. I know everybody has their own priorities of what needs to be done, really well and what doesn't have to be done as well. For me, first year in a new program, Aesthetics to me are important. Not super fancy, clearly, but $40 for the entire month. That's $10 a week. Yes, I know that's an easy expense to nix should I need it. And had I not had this gift card, I would have nixed it and not had it. But at least for this week, hopefully this can get me through to my birthday, February 15th, and I can go another month without having to touch my nails. Pedicures I don't get. It's just manicure because I have a gift card. Aww. This little nugget might need some extra food and treats, so I'm lucky to have a little bit of extra. Do I need a kitten fund? Thank you to the kind person who gifted Desiree cat treats. She has been eating them like crazy. But either way, that is how I survived week 1 of no spend. My big, MVP of the week has definitely been making my own coffee. I am still challenging myself not to have any sugary Starbucks drinks until, again, my birthday in February, and I'm still over a month away, but it has been almost 3 weeks since I've had my last sugary Starbucks drink. The only thing I get there is cold brew coffee, so I haven't had any of the big sugary drinks, and I can already see a difference like in my jawline, in my waistline. My body just feels better because I'm not gorging it with 50 plus grams of sugar every morning, which is a real big change. Last question of this video from me to you. Does anyone use a Fitbit? If you do, let me know down below what your Fitbit handle is. I'm looking for friends to challenge me to continue walking 12,500 steps a day. It's easy to do when I'm in my school because I have to walk everywhere to get to places, but when I'm home on the weekends, it's a little bit harder. So if you are a Fitbit enthusiast, and you have one of these, let me know your Fitbit handle, and I would love to be friends and challenge each other to walk and be active and healthy and everything. So that's all I have on the Fitbit. Let me know down below what things you guys are doing. If you are also doing the no spend challenges, are you doing meal preps? Do you keep things in jars for easy access? Do you make your lists for groceries? That's something I need to do, which is really bad that it's Saturday and I haven't. My camera just shook because Desiree jumped on the chair that the tripod's on. You are lucky, you are so cute. But we are on to week 2, and the last thing I would like to say is thoughts to the families who are very, very affected right now by the government's partial shutdown. I know there are some people here on YouTube who share their financial journeys, who share that even though the government shut down, they have a home with kids to feed and, cars to drive and places they need to go. And yesterday, if you didn't know, was their first day that they did not receive a paycheck. If I have the time and I remembered through editing this in the next hour, I will link some channels down below if you would like to see what their journey looks like. As far as I've seen, they haven't been super vocal and naming videos and being dramatic about it. They are just sharing, hey, this is my family, and because of things that are happening right now, I don't get a paycheck yesterday to pay my mortgage and all my bills I need to pay and insurance for my children. So thoughts to you guys and everybody else. Take care of yourselves. If you're where I am in the Midwest, stay warm in all of the snow, and if you can and you have the time and means, go watch that Marie Kondo Netflix series about tidying up your home and give something to someone else who could really use it. I will see you guys next Saturday in an update. Let me know how you're doing in your journeys, and we will talk soon. Bye.